Are you looking for some products to get started with in 2021, but you're not sure where to start? Well, in this video, I am telling you what my fertility favorites are for 2021. Don't worry, I don't have a list of 21 pieces. Hello lovelies, and welcome to another one of my videos in which I'm going to show you a couple fertility support thingamajings that I think are great for you to use in your fertility journey and to get you a step closer to that little baby. I really hope that 2021 really is your year. I know a lot of you have been grieving at the end of 2020 that baby or that positive pregnancy test still hadn't shown up. But that's the great thing about new beginnings, a new year, new hope. So now let's talk gadgets, shall we? Don't worry, I really don't have just expensive things to show you. And even the not super cheap things, I don't think they're crazy expensive. But I've got lower priced items and higher priced items to help you out. Shall we start with a really simple cheap one? Those are your LH tests. There we are, bunches and bunches. So in my opinion, these are an absolute must-have. They are part of your charting. And if you aren't charting yet because you're new to my channel and this is the first video you're watching, because I pretty much mention it in every video, then definitely make sure to check out my free charting course that will tell you everything you need to know from LH tests to thermometers and how you can find your fertile window, because contrary to what it seemed like when we were teenagers and scared into not getting pregnant, we aren't actually fertile the entire month. There are only a couple of days and you want to make sure that you don't miss those days when you are trying for that little one. The great thing about this is that yes, taking your temperature is important to confirm ovulation, but if you want to know that ovulation is coming up and you want to prepare, then you're going to want to use these LH tests because they test for LH, luteinizing hormone, which is the hormone that releases an egg. And did you know that the best time for you to be trying for a baby is before ovulation? These cheaper LH tests you can purchase from any online retailer. You can buy them by the bunches, so do shop around because sometimes you will pay quite a lot for just a few. And if you look a little bit further, you will be able to buy 50 or 100 for just a couple of euros, bucks, whatever your currency is. Okay, what else have we got in our box here? This one. Prove, because this is kind of an extension of the LH test strips, and I will be doing a review on this product. I have done a review a couple of years ago before they expanded to an app and to LH tests. But what I love about Prove is that you can test if progesterone has gone up in the second half of your cycle. If that's the case, that confirms that you ovulated. So if you are not charting with temperature, for example, or you're concerned about having low progesterone because you have a short luteal phase or your temperatures don't really go up that high, then Prove is really ideal. It basically works the same way as a home pregnancy test or the LH test strips. And you start testing after ovulation. Definitely go check out that review because then you know how it works. I'll be posting an update on the new product and their app in the first quarter or so of 2021. Next thing, what have we got? Let's go for this one. Okay, so my friend Amanda, if you're watching and you are sipping tea or coffee, please put it down because you're going to spit it out all over the screen and choke. She laughs every time I talk about this because she knows. Coconut oil! Coconut oil, in my opinion, is the best lubricant you can use. I know there are so many products out there that claim to nourish the sperm, etc., but truth be told, the best thing that can allow sperm through and nourish it is your own healthy cervical mucus. Did you know, just like in your gut, you have good bacteria and bad bacteria, you have the same in your vagina. So if you're going to put like soap or creams or these kind of products, you are more prone to having bacterial infections, yeast infections, and that it is not actually supporting your fertility in the long run. I think the best thing you can use is coconut oil because the consistency is great for sperm to get through. It's a natural product, it is antimicrobial, and antifungal, so it is fantastic for those of you that are prone to yeast infections, and it also heals skin. Make sure though to find a brand that is really well made and that you can figure out where it's sourced, because there is a lot of corruption around coconut oil because it's become such a popular product, and now a lot of companies will be mixing and matching and heating it up and adding synthetic smells and flavors to make it smell and taste like coconut when it really is. Ugh. Sometimes in the processes, even moldy coconuts are used. So one of the tips I can give you is that if you look at the bottom, I will try and give you a close-up. There you go. You can see the structure, right? This tells you that it hasn't been overheated. And if you're opening it up, it shouldn't be crumbling. It should smell a little bit floral and coconut-like and taste like it, but not overly. If that is the case, you know that you have got something that flavoring and kind of like perfume has been added to it. We don't want that stuff. Okay, let's look at some more gadgets, shall we? Well, this shouldn't be a secret to you if you've been following me for any length of time. I love me some Temp Drop. Temp Drop is a thermometer basically that you are wearing on your arm overnight. So if you are somebody that gets up a lot during the night because you go to the bathroom, or you are a shift worker, or you have poor sleep, or you're nursing, or you have a little one, then it is sometimes hard for you to have 4 hours of consecutive rest and then take your temperature, which can give you very up and down temperatures in the morning. If you have a product like Temp Drop that takes your temperature throughout the night, then you will have a more balanced overview, which makes it easier for you to read your chart, right? For all the products that I have a discount link, Prove is another one. I will put it in the description down below for you. Now, another product that I have done a review about recently and that I am a fan of, and like Temp Drop, takes your temperature all night, is OvuSense. It's a vaginal sensor, so you wear it internally. So your temperature, your core body temperature, is going to be a lot more stable and a lot more accurate to measure. So you put this in your vagina overnight, and then you can also read that with an app in the morning, just like Temp Drop, by the way. So this is super accurate. Go and check out the reviews of both Temp Drop and OvuSense. I will link them in. Now, if you want to take your temperature in a more traditional way, you don't really feel like you need to have something that's measuring your temperature overnight, or you don't want to wear something vaginally, then I can most definitely recommend thermometer. And if you've watched any of my old videos, you will have seen that in the past I really disliked thermometer, but these people have really improved on their product, seriously. They sent me this to try together with a couple of other things, and I will post a review video on that in the future as well. Thermometer, in my opinion, is a great replacement for Kindara Wink, because Kindara Wink isn't available anymore, but this was a fantastic thermometer that you could take your temperature in the morning and then sync it with your app over Bluetooth so that you can take the temperature and basically go back to sleep. You don't have to check it out or enter it later in your phone. You just sync it. In the past, there was no screen, so you couldn't see the temperature right away. You had to sync it with your phone, but that's not the case anymore. So because they put in a screen, that's fantastic, people of thermometer. So that means you can use it with the app and sync it if you like, but you can also just use it separately and enter it into another app if you prefer. Also, what I think is so clever, and the rest I will save for the review, but you can turn up or turn down the sound of the beeping. So I think that's incredible. I know a lot of you complain about waking up your co-sleeping children or your husbands when you're taking your temperature. That is definitely not the case with thermometer. Vinca 2 is this one. All right, I think that's it for the gadgets I've got right here, but I am not done. I've got a couple of more fertility favorites for you. And one is kind of a shameless promotion, I guess. This is basically an announcement that I've got a really cool thing coming up. You guys know about my free charting course. Some of you know about the detox protocols that you can get started with at home. But now I'm coming up with a chart interpretation course, because I know that a lot of you have been wanting to ask me to interpret your charts, and I have been doing that this past year, but I am really maxed out schedule wise. So again, like with the detox protocols, I thought I should teach them myself so that they know what they are looking for. So look out for that fertility favorite of 2021 of mine. And then last but definitely not least is a book, The Good Girl's Guide to Great Sex. And this is by Sheila Ray Gregor. What I love about this book is that in a highly sexualized society, I think we have kind of lost touch with what good sex is and a healthy relationship, especially if you've had sexual experiences prior to your current partner that you're trying to conceive with. Some may have been good, some may have not been good. Let's face it, we all have our baggage when it comes to sexuality. So what I love about this book is that it talks about sexuality in a healthy way and how you can increase your libido if you're struggling with that. A lot of us women are struggling with that, partially because estrogen dominance is such a big issue for many of us, and secondly because life is just really stressful and it is easy to lose your libido. We want that baby to come out of love and out of enjoyment, right? And not because it's on a schedule and, oh honey, I'm ovulating, let's go. I know sometimes that's the way it works, but honestly, that is not the ideal way. I think you're way more fertile when your sexual relationship is healthy. Because guess what? If you orgasm, the chance of you conceiving is bigger as well. And for you to orgasm, hey, you need to be having fun, right? So I'm wishing you all the best for 2021. You can count on me for this year again to provide you with videos so that you can learn more about your fertility, but also on how you can boost it naturally. And see you in the next video. Bye!